it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Boah. Rare instance of microphone not working and Dumato catching it within the first minute. That's crazy. But hello everybody and welcome back in Formula Sundays. For Formula Sundays? I don't know. We are in Madrid tonight, a new track on the calendar. And we're right here for it. I have not seen much of it at all, except like 1 or 2 time trial laps. No rain, this is fake. Okay. Yo, Yanaman in chat. How you doing at home there, with nobody else there, except Middle Bro? What the hell? Jake's asking for the invite. Yep. Sure thing, buddy. Thank you for letting me know. I'm like 55% sure he's Steam anyways. He could just join via Steam. What the fuck? So, we're having a little bit of a race here for the first lap. Did I put everything else on there? Yep, I think so. Waiting for the pizza that was supposed to be delivered 50 minutes ago. I mean, yeah, delivery is always a bit fun. I should have gotten a package on Thursday, and then on Friday I found a note that it wasn't, like, it was delivered, no, not on Friday, it must have been yesterday, right? That they couldn't reach me, and it was thus delivered to the next station. And I was like, bro, I was home all day. And then today, when I was gonna pick it up from the boxes, I looked at it again, and it was actually a package for my neighbors. So I'm still waiting for mine. What the hell? But yeah, ordering food where we grew up is questionable, at least. Let's phrase it like that. What a tight turn we have here. They don't build them like that anymore. But yeah, let's see Cherry then. Honorable first lap setter. A very short run to the first turn. Chicane coming through, and then I assume we accelerate all the way out here. Probably gonna be an absolute cut fest for this chicane here. As I assume, yeah, you want to take as little as that as possible. Another one on the way up here. Very blind. I mean, all of this is very blind. It's a city circuit after all. A tiny tap on the inside wall there, if I saw that right. A little bit fake Zandvoort around here. More city circuiting, right angled corners. I guess this one is a rather quick one. Going through towards sector 3. Very unique track for sure. I'm curious how this is gonna play out in real F1. I feel like this is such an awkward and weird track from the looks of it. And I wonder if the drivers are gonna have similar problems with it. Yeah, coming through. Wait, Dreamliner was saying something about not getting better than a 138. What? Ooh, bump there by Jimsky into the wall. That is not going to be an improvement because of it. Seagull invalid. Not sure what Dreamliner was doing there, but if he drives like that, it's no surprise that he's not getting past 138. Let's see the goats. Dude, everybody is just invalid. Let's see Lauda here. He has had a middle sector that was purple at least. The lone Audi on the grid tonight. Oh, I saw a piece of whatever that was. Pizza arrived. Dub. Damn. You only gotta complain, right? And then it immediately arrives. Cherry is beaten by half a second here. Let's see Karen. Lots of action last week. I wonder if we were getting a little bit of a cleaner race this time around. Would be lovely. Simply lovely. So far we have Lauda Karen on top. Of course, Janneman, biggest dirty driver ever. Is not on the grid tonight. So maybe we get less incidents than last week. Yeah, if we don't get 15 reports here, like it proves, right? That this is the correct thesis. It's another car getting out of the way. That was Lauda, I think. Seagull makes his way through the 180. And towards the third sector here with these weird angled right-handed turns. I feel like they might have like just tried to make it a little bit more special and not like the usual city circuit right-handers by just having them run a little bit deeper and making them a lot more tighter than your usual turn would be. I wonder if that's doing anything for potential overtakes or dives into this. Of course, this makes the braking zones a lot harder than they already were. Seagull half a second quicker than Lauda. That's quite a statement, I guess. That's it. Purple sector 2, but I'm fairly sure... I mean, unless he's goated on this track, but he shouldn't be in the purple regions pace-wise usually. At least not in quali. Can't really slander too much after he's gotten his podium. But yeah, okay, the game is just straight up lying to us. He's beaten MQ at least though. Jake here has joined late, of course, but this is his first attempt now. Gotten past the waiting Racing Bull. Must have been Racing Bull, right? Yeah, probably Nicolas. No, what? No, this is MQ. I'm just blind. I'm thinking this is a Red Bull, but I'm wrong, clearly. Can't tell my blues apart. Last sector here, it's only probably 3 more braking points here. This one in particular being the strongest. But into the next right-hander you certainly gotta go off. Throttle a little bit as well. And there comes the final turn of the track. Are these like little edges sticking out there off the wall? Very, very dangerous. See the place? Yeah, I mean, racing-wise, I don't know. Could be interesting, really. I don't really see where the overtakes are supposed to happen. You probably can't send it into turn 1 because start-finish straight is like relatively short. Then you can't send it after turn 1 really, because if you go side by side through the chicane, one of you is going to cut the track at the very least. Maybe you can do something into this if you get a better line out of the banked corner. But then again, from what it looks like, it's not really advantageous to go a higher line for extra speed or anything, because you're full speeding it on the apex the entire time already. And then possibly into this here, where you can take the 2 turns before at like reasonable speed, I guess. So yeah, the option's really limited, I'd say, for overtakes on this track. There is a city circuit after all, like you're not talking about Monaco overtaking opportunities, because there are none. So Nicolas now also with lap, half a second down to Jake for now. And from there on, Forza very close to that, and a lot of room for MQ there. He's a good bit away from the others down there. Let's see Lauda. It's uncharacteristically bad first lap, maybe, if you will. But he's trying to fix that already. He's only 1/10 behind Seagull already with that first sector. A big improvement compared to his previous one. Really a shame that you can't see the inputs on the bottom anymore. I would have been curious whether or not he lifts in the banked turn to take it like that on the inside. A little bit of lifting here. Okay, that was apparently too much over the line for the game. Didn't think it was that bad. Jerry seems to be cooking as well. It's improved to P2 again. It's currently beating Lauda. I don't think Emils is on a fast lap. Let's find someone who is. A Dreamliner it is then. Yeah, okay, I get it. I feel like I would drive this line if I would boot up the track right now. A lot of lifting, of not quite knowing where to push and not quite hitting the apex or using all of the room. Like, what is this turn? No front. It's like keyboard playing. Oh my god, I feel like the pit entry could kill someone as well. It's also interesting because you can push the entire right-hand corner. The pit entry really only comes on the finish line sort of level there. Oh, Karen retired and left. That is probably a crash. Because I think that's what AI does if your game crashes, like it just instant retires. And of course leaving the lobby would make that plausible. Let's see Lauda. Nice apexes here, really close to the wall each side. And if I saw that correctly, he had purple sector 1 and 2, so it might be in contention for the pole, and it is in fact beating Seagull by 3/10 for now. Barry must have improved here to P6, it's very nice for him. I think Jim probably wants to improve here. Doubt he's going to be too happy with this P8 for now. Decent first chicane. 9 thousandths difference. He is 2.5 seconds away from pole. This is kind of crazy. Must have made some major mistakes somewhere. Then again, like Lauda and Seagull, seemingly like there's a lot bigger of a gap in this one compared to the last few races. Send Karen invite, sure thing. Anything about Catalina, Fanta? Bat said before she might be running late and join as well, I assume. She would have asked by now, because it's getting closer. Coming through now, Jimsky. I mean, for him, he did hit that wall again. It's a half a second improvement and 2 positions for him. But it did look like the energy management was a little bit lackluster at times. As he was running out at multiple points in the lap, and I don't really think you want to be without energy for an extended duration like that. Plays here, hitting the wall as well, also half a second of an improvement, gets right back ahead of Jim. Rice into the pits, ooh, and Seagull is just starting his final attempt, I assume. Oh no, never mind, he has just improved the lap before, but he's not gotten quite to where Lauda is, half a tenth dividing the two of them. Okay, okay. Little cut, sure. Let's see Dreamliner cook. He can find the confidence to push around here, while being not quite so familiar with the track yet. That looked a little bit better. Next chicane coming up. Ooh, yeah, that didn't look too great. Fortunately for him, I think the other car here, yep, Jake, was not on a hot lap neither. Seagull disqualified himself here, it seems. Did not quite look intentional. Okay, AI just drives into a wall. And that puts the place and the others a little bit further up again. I was like, oh, the place has joined won a position, but of course it was Seagull disqualifying himself. Seagull is flying, apparently. That's what they do. That's what they do. Forza is flying, honestly. Forza might just live up to his name. Albeit, like, he's flying, but he's not even gaining anything with that half-second improvement. It's coming up. Unless he has some major time gain left in Sector 3 here still. From what I've seen, quite a lot of people crash this little notch here to the outside, and that probably costs some time. And he did in fact have some more time in him. That's a huge improvement there for him. Albeit only for like 1 position? 2 positions. 1 position. But yeah, he's at least a little bit closer to the pack. Albeit, I think this is probably the biggest splits between the cars that we've seen so far in this season. So let's look at Emil's. He could probably still well beat Karen. Not sure if the others are quite in his reach. Even Cherry is already a sizable amount of time away. Two tenths, and that is pretty much just about Karen's level right now. Very inside there, honestly. A little bit. Okay, that was all apparently in balance as well. Lost a little bit of time, so needs a bit more to gain that position. Looked really nice though. Last few turns. A little bit deep here, but it was pretty much alright, I'd say. This one a little bit late as well. Let's see how he does this one. Whew. I think there was contact to the wall. And ultimately, it's no improvement. I think, okay, Jimsky's still going, MQ's still going. Yeah, Bats is also on a hot lap still. Did not see the delta, but doesn't look horrible at least. It's not too great though. The contact there on the inside. Last turn, and it's looking rather poor. Never mind, he's gaining another 10th. He's not gaining a position there. And Rice is on an invalid lap as well. It's the last car out. Dreamliner remembers me about the first time driving Saudi Arabia or Las Vegas. Always overshooting the corners and ending up in the wall, yeah. I don't think he's very familiar with the track yet. From what I've heard, like he said before that he practiced it today and his best lap was a 1:38. And when we see the times, 1:38 is a little bit slow. Let's just say Lance Stroll could have done better. And let's just say 50 years ago he wouldn't have been allowed to even race. But oh well. Lauda Cherry front row is crazy, in my opinion. Lauda, like, truly an upset, no. But Cherry, really nice performance there to be P2. And then Karen Emils is, I think, the usual suspects of this grid's lineup. Bearing the place, really good for the two of them, beating Jimsky and MQ. And Bats and Forza. Completing top 10 afterwards, Rice, Jake, Nicholas, Dreamliner, and in the very end, there is the Gull. Boom, roasted. Probably would have sent it in the wall as well. To be fair, I don't even want to, like, I've not driven the new cars at all. I've bought the DLC and I've never played it myself. I'm just sitting here and yapping around about the drivers. Jan saying if Lauda doesn't win this, fraud watch. Yeah, for sure. Let me... What the hell is this then? One moment. Gotta fix some shit about the tool. And I might have bought a washing machine by accident now by clicking something. This track looks as awful as other recent editions. Yeah. Our hopes have to stay high for the 2030 comeback of the Hockenheim ring. I might just sign up for Formula Sundays then, if it still exists. Because damn, I'm missing that track. In general, like, I don't know, we had like a DTM game for Xbox back in the days. And like, there were so many go-to German tracks. Or like, just tracks that were like, stupid fun to drive. Like, I don't want to just call the Norris Ring, for example, the most creative or complex track, but the chaos it like dishes out is peak. Lauda starting in turn 1, Fanta says. See you at the next round of White Terror against Lauda. Okay, holy moly, we're going in racially charged immediately. Let's see at the tires. Only Kingsman's hard. Everybody else is at a semi, on a medium, I mean. So yeah, very similar strategies, I assume, for everybody. I guess this is just the usual one-stopper. Yeah, hey, working on a new website. I hope FS exists a little longer. Yeah, okay, for your sake. Like, even if we gotta go to breakfast service and recruit drivers again, just like in the early days, we will keep this going. Oh, we're going or shh. MQ teleporting, can you confirm? Does look fine to me. I did look at the meals though. Does still look fine to me. Can't see the teleport. I will say, like, what the hell is going on with these two guys here? I gotta stop myself from roasting Dreamliner every turn, like... I was just about to ask, is his pace just not good enough to keep up with the formation lap, but... Okay, looks fine. Bats was reporting some teleporting. Well. It seems like a Bats issue then, honestly. Can't see teleporting for myself, at least. Front row is settled down. The Mercedes of Cherry in P2. Really curious where he can go on this one. On occasion, he's had absolute banger races. On occasion, he also had pretty big stinkers. But here, P2, he's in prime position to, yeah, try to keep up with the top pack. It's going to be crucial for him to not let Lauda run free too much too early, but we're going to see if he's going to be able to do that as we're preparing for the lights out. Lights are going on here. Oh, and they're on for a long time before they go out here as we go away. Don't see any initial changes in front. The first turn comes very, very early. Everybody's very mindful of the space that is available, and in the front we don't see any positional changes. MQ though has overtaken the place already. Now has the sight set at Jimsky. There's a little bit of a side-by-side action there. Further down, and oh my god, Dreamliner is... Woo! Not going anywhere. This was apparently a desync. What the fuck? Yeah, everything is good. Nothing ever happened, guys. Nothing happened. Something did happen in a way that the front wing of Nicholas is dead, though. And these two guys are falling behind very, very quickly. But I think we actually want to jump into the action a little bit. That looked crazy, though. Like, this was proper... oh my god, Cherry. My god. I know Cherry is like a connoisseur of the track limits in the way that he tastes them a little bit too much. But first lap? My brother in Christ. Oh my god, Barry died. Such. Could have seen that, of course, but obviously I was on board with Barry and then watched Cherry to look at his time penalties, and so we missed the action again. Actually, let's jump on Seagull. I feel like Mr. Gull here is gonna show us how to overtake on this one. What is the Cherry cooking? For real, for real. At this rate, he's disqualified by lap 10. Seagull cooking a send into the chicane. Honestly, that was the most respectable send that I've ever seen. A lot of room left for Rice on the other side there. And let's head over to Jimsky here, who seems to be maybe making a move on the Mills. Further up here, Karen very close to Cherry as well. The Polish wall is probably standing in between the field and the leader. Lauda able to set himself apart a little bit there, 1.5 seconds roughly. And Seagull has made it up to Bats already, who is having front wing damage though, if I see that correctly. I think his left side is missing. Lauda keeps another fastest lap in here, of course, no surprise. Granted, he's the leader, and this is lap 2. Seagull is also going around fast, which is also not a surprise, but it's not quite on pace here. Karen now past Cherry. Question is there a counter-attack coming? Don't see one coming at least right now. Of course, Cherry is probably gonna finish in another universe with all the track limit time penalties that he's gonna collect until the very end. Let's go down here a little bit. Forza versus Bats here, also. But this is not much of an active fight, really. I think Bats just went past that, to be honest. Seagull is just gobbling up everybody. The play's now been passed as well. Didn't even see. Jake gets a penalty already as well. Oh my god, dude, I have a talent for, like, going away from the action. I think the plays must have damage. He just basically gifted these two positions to the other cars here. Yeah, it's going into the pits. Probably getting his new front wing. Yeah, and that's a very early pit limiter. I'm not sure if you're at fault if you go that slow. Somebody rear ends you there. This is technically racing conditions in there. Ooh, Jimsky. That was a hard usage of the curbs. MQ's now directly behind. And you see the Haas there sliding around. And Seagull's not too far away anymore. It's 2 seconds. It's gaining, what is he gaining? He's driving 33.8 and these guys are driving 35.1 and 3. So it's between 1.3 and 1.5 seconds that Seagull gains per lap. Not Cherry saying before the race that there is not a lot of places where you can get track limits. The first lap wasn't even over and he had a penalty. Where is the safety car coming? What did I miss? Huh? Why is there a safety car? Bro, am I stupid? Rhetorical question, don't answer. I mean, everybody's coming in here, but... Like, did any one of you clock on the minimap what happened? Bro, is Dreamliner just, like, gonna get disqualified in a second? Oh my god, is it happening again? Oh no, it's not happening. Yeah, okay. Dreamliner is gonna get disqualified in a second. Was about to say Barry in the lead. It's crazy work. I look at the chat for like 2 messages and then we have a safety car and I don't see any cars standing anywhere. Or like anything else. I'm not too sure what happened. Well, everybody is on hards now. Except Bats, who's gone for another set of mediums. Let's see Karen, actually. Because I think they have... Oh, they don't have front wing damage, it seems. Okay. Thought I saw something. Someone sneezed, track wet, safety car. True, lower grip scenario. Just joined, but Mercedes is on fire. On fire is the right word. Cherry has gotten his corner cut time penalty before the first lap was over. I think like he's probably gonna finish first and come last just by the virtue of having 25 seconds of time penalties. And Barry has been crashed into lap 1. I assume he was at least pushed down very, very far. And he's the only one who hasn't stopped under the safety car, which is why he's P3 right now. So, like, while I'm hoping for the Mercedes as well, of course, good friends of myself outside of Formula Sundays as well. I'm sure we gotta curb the enthusiasm a little bit. Not gonna end like this. I also feel like, is this race gonna like take forever? 29 laps is like a shit ton of laps. Is it not? For a track that takes 1.5 minutes. Or is this just because this track has like negative aura and you don't really like, it's more like you're trapped in here with the drivers than you watch like one of your beloved classic races. I don't know. Maybe my brain is also just entirely cooked. This is extremely well possible. It's like Bahrain. Elaborate. Zach Brown is sucking it off or what? But Bahrain is like is a fast track, no? Like basically only straights, then 2 quick turn combinations and like 1 slow turn combination. At more than 130. Okay, I thought like Bahrain would not be the worst offender in this. To be fair, there's like a lot of... No, I wouldn't even say there's not even a lot of track here that is driven at full speed, I think. Like a lot of this is driven at full acceleration, but like you have to slow down so frequently. I don't really think this is a particularly fast track, even though there's like some faster sequences. I guess that's the same thing goes for Bahrain. Yeah, I'm really curious how this is going to be for real F1. I would just assume this is going to be an absolute stinker. What else? We're on the way again. I think for Mercedes there has to be the Barry. Jerry is faster than you. Call real quick. And there we have it. Little team order coming through. Pronto. Wrong team, but still, same thing. And we're just gonna jump back on board, I guess, with the goal. Seagull has been frying everyone else in this race so far, pace-wise, except maybe the top guys. I think, like, even against Lauda and the others, been at the same pace, if not slightly above an average. I sure expect him to go through here rather quickly. And Jimsky against Barry now. And that is, yeah, I don't know, a little bit of a speed difference maybe. Jimsky not expecting the Mercedes to be quite so slow there. Just to run off the track to avoid a more serious collision. I think Barry could use as something of a roadblock there for Cherry maybe. Just saw Jimsky in like 3 different walls. Reports tell me the Mercedes race engineer told Kingpin to do this. To his passive rather than Russell impression. Yeah, maybe. Maybe he's not gonna let anyone past here. Maybe Jimsky's fighting in vain. Sausage curbs here are brutal, like you take a little bit too much curb and your car immediately jumps. You really gotta care to not just die there. Seagull with a scent around the outside against the meals. You're the engineer. Self-appointed. Yeah, fair. Why are we having a safety car again? What the helly? Am I missing something? Don't think I've seen any, like, any incident, no? Damn. Osama bin Barry's efforts have been for nothing. It's too early for him as well. Like, he can't even go in for mediums and then go to the end from here on out. I mean, it wouldn't really do much for him because he would lose the entire grid position-wise as well. But yeah, I think this is like the most pointless safety car ever. Nobody is even gonna pit. Barry has 0 tire wing. De Vries on track. Oh no. Nick De Vries. Check one front wing from Nicolas. What bar? Okay, I guess we don't want to switch off the POV perspective. Maybe we can't in the pits. Who knows? Oh yeah. I feel like I was a little bit missing off that front wing, maybe. Yeah. I get it. Barrier 0 tower, basically. Okay, interesting. I mean, that's crazy though. Like, 2 safety cars without basically any incident. It's kind of wild, no? And by the looks of it, this is gonna stay out for an extra lap as well. Actually, it might not, but we will see. No, I think it's staying out. Okay, cool. Great, so, yeah. Anything else we want to talk about? What's been going on in your lives? Everything on fire, as it is around here? Seen like friends of mine were at the Nürburgring. Was it Nürburgring? I think it was, yeah. Yesterday, I think. And you could just see the smoke of like giant wildfires in the back. Kind of crazy. But yeah, here yesterday it at least rained for like 10 minutes. So, yeah, it's fine, guys. We've always had warm summers like this. Right? Like, last 5 years. And then maybe like also in 1990 and also in like 1920 and maybe also in 1860. Like, we've always had that. It's totally normal. Yeah. Me on the Formula Sunday stream after I promised to not get political. But there's a second safety car and I have nothing to yap about. I don't know. Can the safety car please just come in at the end of this lap? That would be very nice. We're gonna see that soon, I guess. feel like, is this safety car always this slow as well? Or am I just tripping here? Because like, we're driving like 2 minutes 20 on the safety car. And that's like almost 50%. Yeah, it is 50% extra, right? Should go in on the end of the lap. Yep, it is. So let's see, Lauda slowing it down. Safety car's gonna come in. To be honest, I don't think this track offers any tactical room to play. Madrid is a fast, long track, so it feels longer when going below the pace. Okay, fair. But yeah, as said, there is not really any tactical room for the restart. You just go out of this corner here. Or at least this is how Lauda seems to be doing it, and there's no chance to fight back either ways, because the straight is just too short. Could have a look here. Barry is already a second behind his teammate again. Seagull is lifting and coasting like crazy. Forza with the time penalty. We see Jimsky in the Haas here. It's doing quite a good bit of power oversteering, if you will. Oh my god, okay. A little bit of contact. I think Phantominum's instructions have been followed. Kingsman on his best worst behavior. Okay, I mean, on board with MQ, I see where the teleporting is coming from. It does look a little bit jittery. Yeah, and I don't know, Jimsky's also like drifting into every single wall. I mean, now he has no end plate there. Oh, on the one side, and I don't even think he has... No, he has everything on the other side, I guess. At least as far as the rear mirror is concerned here. But as far as the rear mirror of... Oh no, that's Forza. It's not even Jimsky, yeah. What did I do there? Didn't want to do that. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. Jimsky does maybe miss a little bit of his front wing. Virtual safety car for good measure. Yeah. Bro, can we race, please? This is psychological horror here for me. What the fuck? I'm sitting here on a track that I feel like is probably shit. And then we watch the drivers not even drive. Because there's just a yellow flag safety car, virtual safety car every time, every lap. What? We're halfway through the race and we've seen like 2 laps of racing. Whoever designed this is stupid as yeah. Is this a Tilkedrome? Probably not, right? Tilke would have done things differently. I don't see Tilke's handwriting in this one. Whoever decided this should be raced on over Catalonia as well. Yeah, for real. Oh, it is a Tilkedrome, if I can believe Fanta then. Well, jail time for Mr. Tilke it is. Honestly, do we not have like AI for this these days? Surely AI could like cook a good layout. And you could still have it like around some Amazon warehouse somewhere. After all, these things are everywhere. Alright, we're green flagging again. Let's see. Meals versus Barry Ben Russell. It's a lot of lifting early. Holy moly. Barry wave dashing forwards here. You lied. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think it is Tilke, but yeah. And to be fair, like, while Tilke has had a couple of Ls, I feel like the biggest thing or the biggest complaint about Tilke is that every Tilke track kind of feels the same. And it's like low-key not really a complaint, because it's not his fault that we were racing like 10 out of 20 Tilke tracks for a while. 2022 circuit designer Jarno Zaffelli, who previously worked on Zandvoort, Spa, Silverstone, Marina Bay and Mugello, is commissioned to refurbish Jarama. Well, where's Jarama even? In February 2023, IFEMA invited him to design a new circuit from scratch. Okay. To be fair though, like the other tracks mentioned, like pretty much all of them bangers. Like, I liked Mugello when F1 raced there as well. It was like yeah, and I think like for biking, it's even better for bike races. Like, of course, we don't need to talk about like Spa, Silverstone much. I think Zandvoort is a little bit of a taste test whether you like it or not. And personally, I like Marina Bay as well. Like, I do like the Abu Dhabi one. Ah, okay, yeah. Oh. MQ and Rice been overtaken by Jake and the place there. I think for good reason. They were briefly stationary, and MQ does not have much of a front wing anymore. So the Jarama Spain track is probably Jarama then, right? Yeah, I don't know that one yet. Though, like from the top of my head. Seen a bunch of tracks in my years that were not raced in F1. I like have a rough idea how Kyalami looks, for example. But yeah, that one. Wouldn't know if that's a good or bad one. I feel like, I don't know. I really want to like hear the drivers rip this thing here apart though. Like, surely you can just replace this with a better track. This gives like the Valencia vibes. Like, I don't know. And I feel like Valencia had more personality than this one. At least you had like all the bridges and stuff, and it was like... was certainly a little bit of a vibe as well. Yeah, MQ retired, not the biggest surprise. Cherry getting another penalty, also not the biggest surprise. This is his third one, by the way. He's on 9 seconds right now. Valencia at least had goated winners, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Cherry nearly died. I didn't even see it. I'm blind. He did grab a corner cut penalty for it though, so deserved, I guess. But yeah, I mean, Valencia of course remembered for that one race with Alonso. And was that the one where Schumacher was on the podium as well? Hey, there's Catalina, a little bit late for the race. Just in time to see Bats overtake Rice, or rather to not see it, because I was of course not on the right car again. Yeah, but there was more than one race there, right? I feel like there was like 3 years or so. Was the podium with the most F1 championship, okay. Tried to join, EA had other ideas for me. Ah, unfortunate, unfortunate. Alonso win, Hamilton second, Schumacher third. possible. I don't know. I can't remember really. Jimsky retiring, not the biggest surprise as well, granted how far down he is. I don't know, I feel like this race so far has been a throwback of nothing. 3 at least. I don't know if it was there before 2010. When was the crazy season with the Maldonado win? Because he was for sure driving there in that season. So that must have been like 2012, I think, right? Was the first 8 races, 8 different race winners thing, right? Hey, Jimsky, loving this track. Yes. Maldonado won Valencia that season. No, he killed he killed Hamilton in Valencia. He won Barcelona. I mean, I guess you could call this a win as well, but cherry pitting. Yeah, true. I mean, well, wait. If Maldonado killed Hamilton, Hamilton must not have been on the podium. Or was this in a different year than the Schumacher-Alonso thing? Nah, that must have been 2010, right? I think it might have been 2010, the triple podium there we were talking about earlier. Maldonado one was like already with like Vettel in full swing as well. Maybe Vettel was the last guy on the podium, I'm not sure. Oh, Alonso, Kimi and Schumacher, okay, okay. Wait, Antonelli was already driving back then? Yeah, dude, imagine. This is proper rage bait if this comes from someone who legit doesn't know Kimi Raikkonen anymore. Like the new generation of Drive to Survive viewers. They will not know. Vettel died in an alternator failure, but he wasn't the Red Bull taking off, right? This was like Weber, right? He, like one of the Red Bulls in one year, like just kinda exploded there. We watched that race some months ago. Okay, fair. Yeah, Weber was the flyer. Always Weber, man. 2010, yeah. Man, that is crazy. I kinda can vividly remember these. It's kind of these times that you just tend to entirely forget. And like, I wouldn't say like you forget how nice life was, but I don't know. It was just simple there. Like warm out in the summer, and then just chilling on the couch and watching F1. For visiting the grandma and eating cake for the entire afternoon. Just chill times, man. It was so nice. Most goated race to rewatch is probably Canada 2011 though. I kinda... I mean, to be fair, Vettel won championship anyway, so I don't really care about this, but yeah, it's also kinda pain. As a Vettel ultra. I really, like, the world could have been healed if Hockenheim 2019 was actually never a real race. I mean, it was never a real race, it never occurred. I don't know what anyone else is saying, but... Yeah, I mean, like, it's a skill issue 10,000%, and it's crazy, like, the button win is, it's cinema, it's really cinema, and I feel like from a neutral POV, yeah, like, absolutely, 10,000%. So yeah, and also, like, Button did kill Hamilton along the way, right, so, absolute goat. I kinda like Button, or liked Button either way. It's like rooting for him very early. I feel like in like, oh my god, okay. The F1 podcast briefly has to catch a break as we've seen Jake being sent into the Shadow Realm there by Barry Ben Russell. Oh no, I feel like there was like a to get back to the F1 podcast, the button race where he was in the Honda and like his car died like a meter before the finish line, and it would have been like his best finish to that point. I don't know. That was kind of heartbreaking. Remember that? It's really sad for the guy. But honestly, Turkey 21 was surprisingly fun to watch too. Not for the disbelief of Lance Stroll being P1 for half the race and actually being faster than everyone. Yeah, fair. To be fair, I think like Turkey is also a decent racetrack, like in itself. Another set of hearts for Seagull. Don't you just go medium for the last 9 laps? Or are they dying that quickly? I mean, apparently another pit stop was necessary from here on out anyway, so I guess the hearts are actually kind of the way. I really wonder if this plays out. 2019 Hockenheim was peak. Oh, 2019 was the one with Vettel last 2 seconds, right? I'm thinking 2018 Hockenheim then, maybe. I know there was trauma. 2019 Hockenheim might have been peak, actually. Oh my god, Cherry, this is how you collect all these penalties, huh? There's a very creative use of the track limits. Albeit the like 2019 Hockenheim one, like we could have had Hulkenberg podium already there. It would have been peak. Of course, bro is by all means, by all that I love him. He's also a serial bottler. Or was. 2018 was the trauma. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Cherry gave back the position a little bit later after completely cutting the chicane there. Cherry got a message from the engineer to return the position, yeah. He's been caught in 4K on stream. Don't want him to get sniped after the race. And to be fair, not going anywhere for now. It's 9 seconds of time penalties. Jake's only sitting on 6. I mean, he's going places here. I said before I didn't think overtaking here was possible, but apparently it is. Yeah, okay. Grip is all over the place for sure. Okay. Whoa. Oh, Jake's gonna get a déjà vu there. Oh, buddy, I'm sorry. Oh, what is this cut? Ay. Well, his front wing is partially still in the wall, but yeah, Cherry has learned from his teammate. I am stupid, yeah. 2019 Hockenheim was also the Mercedes trauma. Oh my god, yeah. It was such a... like, how did Hamilton even die? Was this like a mechanical failure? Or did he like throw his car somewhere as well? But like when Hamilton was out and like Bottas was still like dominating everybody and then he just lost it. Oh, that was cinema. That was peak. Exactly that was discussed in the race just before the race in the lead general. Like going side by side into this and then forcing someone into the exit or what. There is a spun car. Oh, okay. I'm not too sure if that was voluntary or not. Surely illegal though. Jake retiring. Yeah, Satch. Oh my god, what is going on here? So, like, we have nothing to look at except maybe Seagull in a lap when he closes this 2-second gap. Not sure if this pitting gamble has worked. I'm not sure where the tire life is for the others. Maybe this was a desperation play because Seagull thought he needed to try something. Maybe he thought the others would come in as well and he could undercut. God, these guys think the commentators, oh my god, like, a rare Jaxapho sighting, holy moly. Speaking of the commentators when there's only me, man, I'm not schizoing out quite yet. What the hell? Or do I? What? Holy cutting by Seagull. Oh yeah, Hamilton went off in the drag strip as well. Yeah, welcome to the F1 podcast, really. There's not much going on in this race. And if so, I'm missing it anyways, because I'm honestly Monaco direction. So yeah, we're just talking about cool races instead. Had a little bit of a discussion about the Valencia ones back in the 10s. Now we were at the Hockenheim ones, granted that Hockenheim might make it a comeback in like 2030s. And yeah, mostly also about how ass this track is really. So not much more to it. Bahrain Outer Ring was also cool. Now this is a criminal opinion, little bro. I cannot lie. Madrid looks like it sucks, not gonna lie. I've been here for an hour and so have been our drivers, I guess. And I think the shared opinion is you are correct. But like Bahrain Outer Ring was like absolute pain. These like extra 5 turns or something that were in there, they were so ass to drive. I kinda hated it. I was so happy when they reworked it in the games, because back then of course we did also regularly play the F1 games at home still. And like, I don't know, all of the extra turns were just straight ass. Oh, not the long version, the outer ring. Oh, okay, the 1 minute one. Okay, yeah, I guess I see that. Don't think I've ever driven that. Did we drive this in the Formula Sundays? Surely we did, right? I feel like we did. I feel like we, like, whenever there was like a new track added, we just were like, okay, yeah, sure, let's run it. Looking at the backwards tracks. But yeah, I guess it was not in the game. Oh, okay. No, was it not? I feel like... maybe I'm making things up in my brain. That's possible. But the race was good. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Back when Hodge was still cool. I'm not a terrorist yet. When you were rooting for Russell and thinking, oh, the bad Mercedes. Now you realize maybe Russell was the bad all along. To be honest, I don't even know how Formula 1 is doing right now, like who's in the lead. It's still Kimi, right? I'm gonna say alternate Bahrain layout that was cutting from Sector 1 to Sector 2. Wasn't the Alta layout, unfortunately. Why is there a full yellow again? Help. I didn't even see anybody slowing down significantly. Why is... Nicolas. I mean, he's missing some end plates, but that has never stopped the game before. Yeah, I mean, you're probably correct. Bugged lobby or track? I assume it's track, honestly. Don't think the lobby had anything unusual besides from an enormous amount of safety cars. Red flag is fortunately turned off. Drive-through penalty for Nicholas as well, speeding under VSC. I mean, this is of course bad news for Seagull. I don't think he was gonna catch the top guys either way. Of course, this is another half lap less of time that he gets. Let's see, Mr. B. Benson here. He's gonna work his mojo on Bats. Bats only with one set of time penalties here. 3 seconds for him. So he is... I mean, he's behind Barry right now, if it stays as it is, but of course one corner cut for Barry might change this entire thing, so I think he's still considering putting up quite a fight. Ooh, Karen with another 3-second time penalty. Also with Lauda win here, I think, like, mathematically the championship is pretty much done. I think he's had 23 points of an advantage coming into this race, and while he would still have been clear of Seagull if he just came first every single race for the remainder of it, second every single race. I think with him going up to 30 points now, it's like almost impossible for Seagull to still get this championship. Not mathematically impossible, of course, but like it's highly unlikely. Audi as well. Oh yeah, true. Constructors as well. That seems to be another track reset for Nicholas. On the minimap at least. Will be 33 points if it stays this way in favor of Lauda. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I guess Seagull was, of course, 30 Seagull gets Karen. Oh, okay, yeah, but like, Seagull will get Karen. Karen has 6 seconds. Seagull is basically already there. Question is just if Barry's gonna get an overtake here on track, or if he's just gonna yoink the position post-race. So yeah, going through the penalties right now. 6 seconds for Karen, 9 for Cherry, 3 for Bats, 9 for Forza, 15 for Nicholas. So Forza is going to lose that P9 for sure. Bats is currently losing that P7. Cherry is going to lose that P5. And Karen's going to lose that P2. Rest in peace, haters. Acting like they were actually Lauda haters, man. Only because we're saying Seagull is the GOAT. Which he undoubtedly is. But yeah, Lauda's been driving a pretty banging season here. And I could point out that Seagull's been starting from the back and has missed a race, and that might have played into it. But no, I'm gonna sit here and say Lauda's been driving a pretty banging season. He's won most of the races. Been doing a tremendous job. And I guess in face of adversity, he recovered pretty well as well. There was 1 or 2 races where it really didn't go his way. I think he still got respectable positions out of those. Barry also passed Butts in the meantime. Ooh, and we might have a little bit of a fight here between Forza and Rice, who are almost a lap down. No, who are a lap down. They are actually lapped, right? Yeah, they are. So yeah, this might have been decided on track even. Or this might still be decided on track. This is their last lap, of course, because Lauda's going to cross the line. And the race ahead of them. A little bit of an off-track build-up to this overtake, I guess. Yeah, maybe not cut the apex this close in a city circuit. Was definitely a left 3 don't cut kind of situation. Leaving a lot of room, a lot of respect there. Can we report him for that off-track? Surely, he's given back the position, right? I mean, it's not gonna matter, really. Forza has 9 seconds of time penalties. There's no way that Forza's still gonna end up ahead of him unless he kills him here. But yeah, Lauda, Seagull, Karen. I think this would have roughly been the predicted finishing order for the top 3. And Forza there. Losing it a little bit. Oh wait, and the place has made some kind of mistake that dropped him out of the... I think he was like 6 seconds behind only, behind Cherry. So the play's not gonna get this position anymore. He's lost 5 seconds somewhere. I think he's still not gonna be too mad about a P6 here, to be honest. He's coming over the line, and then Barry and Butts are the last few. And second time penalty to Rice. Yeah, true. It would be deserved, of course. Final car on track here, Nicolas, 21 seconds of time penalties. It's been a hell of a ride. I think, especially for a newcomer, this track not too easy to survive. We've seen Dreamliner struggle. We've seen everybody else struggle, to be honest. It's not like, except Lauda, of course. Lauda is, of course, the Formula Sundays GOAT. But yeah. Thank God this is over. Let's phrase it like that, man. I'm tired of this. I've only watched this for an hour and a half. And so have you, of course. Lauda griddies on us. Seagull and Karen also on the podium. Seagull, driver of the day, everything else. Race winner for Lauda. And then cleanest driver, the GOAT, in the Aston. So, yeah, this is the results you can read. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of the cars just ended where they started. Cherry losing some positions. The place, yeah, staying where he started, really. And then, yeah, of course, further down, the DNFs. A lot of cars that we lost today. Van Mylander got robbed of driver of the day. I feel like they should let the spectators hop in the safety car when they feel like I shouldn't be doing race direction here, and I should say, okay, this is safety car worthy, and then the drivers have to deal with my with my safety car. If you think you know the unsafety car, be prepared for that patch. No, but I'm just yapping. So, as we talked about in the chat before, 30 points of a lead for Lauda now in the championship, 2 more races to go. It's pretty much done and dusted. Yeah, congrats Lauda for the race win, championship lead right now. We will see if he can wrap it up on the next race. So for tonight, that's it from us. Thank you all for being here with me, and see you next week. Bye bye. And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays.